Hey everyone, I'm Bill. I'm with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another SuperBeast video where you guys have been asking me a ton of questions on Facebook, Instagram. I get messages all the time about the light bar setup that I have. It is actually a functioning light bar. It's not just like a daytime running light. So I'll tell you, we had this installed last year, early last year, and it was a 2-day job for everything to get cut out and custom mounted and everything. So it's kind of a big job, but I'm going to show you guys step by step on how it's basically cut out. Everything that's cut out, we'll link all the description down below of all of the light bars and everything. So without further ado, let's get into how everything is mounted and how everything's cut out on the truck before we get to the grill and the lights. Now, I'm not going to walk through how to take the grill off. We're going to link up above the Morimoto headlight install, which is a very in-depth pulling the grill and everything off. So watch that video first. So let's go over first. The lights are all hooked up to a rough country switch. Now the truck, one of the only things that this truck didn't have was an upfitter switch. If you got an upfitter switch, then you can just run the wires to the upfitter switch. Basically, I had to put my own upfitter switch in, which is the rough country multi-light, the MLC6. We run 2 wires out, and then you can see here, and I'm going to show you these plugs here in a second, but we've got 2 quick connect plugs, which are to switch number 1 and switch number 2. Now, in the radiator support, so the radiator support has a ton of cutouts. And I'm going to show you guys basically from one side to the other and then down at the bottom. Now these brackets that are here, you can see here on the other side how they're kind of screwed in. These brackets were custom made, so you'll have to make your brackets because the brackets that come with the light bar don't work. So you can see here basically we've got it just about 3 inches away from the headlight, and then to have them sink in so they're kind of flush on the grill, you'll see that we've kind of cut out the radiator support on this side, so you can see here, and then it goes all the way across to here, and you can kind of see, if you get in there, you can see the amount of depth that we had to cut out of there. And then that of course goes to the other side where we've had to cut out this side, and then back to the passenger side where again it's cut out. It looks like he's sanded down a little bit on here. I'm not sure how necessary that was, but just be prepared. And then the mounting here. And then down at the bottom, the mounting's obviously a little bit different to make them flush. And the cutouts continue, and it goes all the way across through the bottom of the radiator support, all the way over to the other bracket. Now, you'll see here on the bottom, this tab, this tab, this tab, and this tab are all of the lower grill support. Now, we couldn't take the, and I'll show you here on the second, on the grill, we couldn't take the lower piece off because that's actually what holds the grill in. But you see this kind of off-colored gray. This off-colored gray is basically all been sanded down in order for this light bar to go in and fit. Okay, so over on the grill, I'll show you the outside of the grill and what we've kind of taken. We've had to notch out some stuff here. So you can see here it's a little bit notched out, but this lower piece here holds the brackets that snap into the bottom. So when I flip it over, I'll show you that. But the idea was to be able to get them in both the areas of the grill so it kind of looks stock. And you can see here we've had to cut out this, but this almost fits perfect with what we took out. You can see we've got to cut out here. Okay, so flipping it over to the other side, now you'll understand why we couldn't take this lower piece off, because, and why the light bar couldn't be there, because this is what supports the lower part. And we've trimmed it down, and it's a little bit flimsy, but we've trimmed it down there. And then again, just the outsides here is all that we've trimmed off from the top part. So the light bars, here are the light bars, and these are new light bars, and I'll tell you, my light bar started leaking. I contacted the guy off Amazon. He said it's very, very rare that they leak, but both of mine happened to leak. But they warrantied them. They sent me another pair, so I won't complain too much about it. Also off Amazon. I love these things, and I'm glad that I found these little quick connects. These things are going to be great for the bikes to redo the blinkers. So it's basically just a wire snap. So we've installed those on both sets of light bars, so we can just quickly plug those in. You know, some of the stuff I've got, wire strippers and snips. We're using the bolt ends from the pack. But if you look down here, these are the brackets that come with the light bar, and obviously these brackets don't work. That's why they have to be redone. So let's go ahead and grab one of these light bars, and we'll get 2 of the bolts, and let's go ahead and get the bottom one on first. Alright, so if you guys don't have one of these, I got this kit off Amazon as well. It goes in and just pops these little rivets off, so it gives us the opportunity to run this up past the radiator support. Voila! The first one's installed, so we'll button it all, obviously, all up after we're done. Alright, so second light bar. So we're going to go ahead. Now this one's mounted a little bit tighter up top. And the issue that I have with this side is getting the grill back on over it. That's basically the major issue. So I am most likely going to take these end bolts off to get the grill on and then tighten them down there afterwards. But you can kind of get a feel there. And then we're going to run this basically right through where we put the other one. And then we'll zip tie all this stuff down and make it all nice and clean. So now we've got them kind of softly mounted up, and we're gonna just run a quick little test. I'm gonna get in on the cab and just make sure that both of the lights do work. Voila! So both of the lights work. I kind of test fitted them yesterday, so everything's good. So let's go ahead and get them turned off, and we'll button up the grill. All right, so a couple things in addition to what you'll normally see on the grill. You'll see I've got one extra plug here. This plug, you'll see I put the nifty little thing in here so we can quick disconnect them. That is our lighted emblem. But the bottom part, you're going to see these clips. I've reinstalled the clips back into the lower part of the grill, which snap into the little areas there, here, and at the end. So that's going to be your very first thing that you're going to do is slide this grill in. And what's nice is we've got enough cutout that you can see here. See how the bolts kind of go in. So we've got enough cutout for the lower part of the grill to kind of slide in. And then what we're going to do is, with it loosely fitted, we're going to plug back the camera, the washer fluid, and the emblem. All right, so now comes the finagling. So we've got to make sure we've got this on again, and we're going to snap this lower into place, and you'll hear them kind of snap in. But now what we've got, the issue that we've got is the light bar, there's not much room here for these bolts. So what I'm gonna do is probably pull the bolts off, pull the light bar kind of through, and then remount it after I put the grill on. All right, so what I've opted to do was actually pull the light bar, the top light bar off, and I'll put that one in now that the grill is remounted. We wanna make sure we've got all 4 corners. So a little bit, it's tight. So a little additional trimming might be necessary, but let's go ahead and get these things tightened down. Get that nice and tight, get this one nice and tight. And then now we're gonna squeeze in the light bar to the top. So we'll run this through a little area. All right, so note to self, make sure you take the light bar off before you take the grill off. So much easier. And now that we've got the quick connect on the plugs, it's super easy. And then we want to kind of try to get these nice and aligned, kind of eye it right now. So everything is all buttoned up, and as you can see, we're in the middle of the day, and well, the light bars aren't very bright in the middle of the day. So we're gonna take you guys to tonight out on the farm roads, and we're gonna light up your life and see how functional and bright these things really are. All right, everyone, we're in the middle of Dixon farmlands, and Bogna's coming up. We're in the middle of nowhere. It's pitch black out here, but I wanted to show you guys how bright these things are coming down the road. Now, the focusing isn't that great because obviously it's got nothing to pick up on. But boy, are they bright. All right, guys, so let's get inside the truck now. Woo. Let's get inside the truck and let's see how these things look inside the truck. All right, guys, so we are out and Bogna's driving, so you guys can get the full effect, hopefully, of these lights and see how they look out here on the Dixon farm road. So let's go ahead and flip this around. So right now we've just got our headlights on, so this kind of gives you the effect of just the headlights. And then we've got the rough country switcher over here is both banks on separate. So each switch, this is one switch and this is the second switch. So that's the full lighting effect. So you can see headlights, one bank, two banks. So super bright. And I mean, and it's dark tonight. Sorry guys, so it's definitely dark tonight. So moon is new moon, so hopefully you guys can really get an understanding of these lights. They're very functional. That was the main thing when I put these lights on. I wanted to be able to have functional lights. I didn't want to have just a running light like some people have the kind of the daytime running lights. So these are functional lights and we do use them. So hopefully that answers most of your questions on the install and how these things are put in and how bright they are, because they are bright. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash that like button down below, and leave me a comment down below if you've got any more questions. We'll link everything in the description below for the lights and some of the mounting stuff you'll have to figure out on your own. But we'll see you guys next video. Thanks, guys.